The Glacier Express is much more than just a passenger train. It is a true institution, a panoramic journey through the heart of the Alps that has firmly established itself in the canon of the world's most spectacular railway routes. Over a distance of 291 kilometers, connecting two iconic resorts, Zermatt at the foot of the Matterhorn and the luxurious St. Moritz in the Engadine Valley, the train crosses 291 bridges and 91 tunnels in about 8 hours. It is a journey that redefines the concept of transport, turning it into an unforgettable, luxurious experience where the journey itself becomes the destination. Paradoxically called an express, it is, in fact, the slowest express train in the world, allowing passengers to fully absorb the majestic landscapes that glide past the enormous panoramic windows. The Glacier Express route is a masterfully composed symphony of views, divided into several distinct and fascinating acts. The journey begins in Zermatt, a picturesque, car-free village dominated by the legendary Matterhorn. Its characteristic pyramidal silhouette accompanies the train during the initial stage of the journey through the Mattertal Valley. The train slowly descends, passing traditional wooden houses and green pastures, to reach Visp and then Brig, a historic town with the impressive Stockalper Palace. It is here that the route connects with the main railway line in the Rhone Valley. From Brig, the train heads east through the Goms Valley, famous for its charming villages and Baroque churches. The landscape gradually becomes more rugged and alpine. It is on this section that the train climbs towards the Furka Pass. A key element here is the 15-kilometer-long Furka base tunnel, which allows the train to operate year-round. It replaced the old, scenic route over the pass, which is now operated in the summer by a historic steam train. After exiting the tunnel, the train reaches Andermatt, a mountain town situated at a strategic point at the confluence of several important alpine passes. From Andermatt, another spectacular climb begins, this time to the Oberalp Pass. At an altitude of 2,033 meters above sea level, the Glacier Express reaches the highest point of its route. The landscape here becomes lunar, raw, and breathtaking, and in winter, it is covered with a thick layer of snow. After crossing the pass, the train begins its long descent towards Che, the oldest city in Switzerland. The most spectacular part of this section is the passage through the Rheinalta, or the Rhine Gorge. Nicknamed the Swiss Grand Canyon, this gorge was formed thousands of years ago by a massive landslide. The white limestone cliffs, the turquoise waters of the Rhine, and dense forests create a fairy tale-like scenery. The final stage of the journey, from Che to St. Moritz, is a trip along the Albula Line, a true masterpiece of railway engineering, which, together with the Bernina Line, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. On this relatively short section, the train negotiates numerous spiral tunnels and viaducts as it climbs through the Albula Valley. The most famous and most photographed structure here is the Landwasser Viaduct. This majestic, 65-meter-high limestone structure, consisting of 6 arches, curves directly into a tunnel carved into a vertical rock face. The sight of the train disappearing into the darkness is one of the most iconic images of Swiss railways. After passing Tiefenkastel, Philosser, and Samadin, the train enters the Engadine Valley to end its 8-hour journey in the famous St. Moritz. Surrounded by crystal-clear lakes and majestic peaks, the success of the Glacier Express is due not only to its landscapes but also to its extraordinary engineering achievements. Building a railway line in such difficult, mountainous terrain required genius and courage. The spiral tunnels, which allow the train to overcome a large difference in altitude over a short distance, and the viaducts thrown over deep valleys, like the aforementioned Landwasser, are monuments to human technical thought, harmoniously integrated into nature. On the steepest sections, such as the climb to the Oberalp Pass, the train uses a rack and pinion system, which allows it to safely navigate the inclines. The journey itself takes place in the highest comfort. The panoramic cars, in both first and second class, have huge windows that extend to the roof, ensuring unobstructed views. Since 2019, Excellence Class has also been available, the most luxurious option on European panoramic trains. It offers a guaranteed window seat in a spacious armchair, concierge services, a bar, a tablet with information about the route, and an exquisite 5-course menu of regional products, served with wine directly at your table. Regardless of the class, passengers can order meals from the on-board restaurant, which are freshly prepared and served directly to their seats, a rarity on tourist trains. The Glacier Express is a year-round attraction, and each season offers a completely different, unique experience. Summer is dominated by lush green valleys, flower-filled meadows, and blue lakes contrasting with rocky peaks. It is the perfect time to admire the fullness of alpine nature. Winter, in turn, transforms the route into a fairy tale wonderland. The train travels through snow-covered forests, frozen valleys, and tunnels, from which it emerges directly into dazzlingly white landscapes. The view from the warm, comfortable carriage onto the harsh, winter world outside is a magical and unforgettable experience. Summary: a journey on the Glacier Express is the quintessence of Switzerland. It is a harmonious combination of pristine, powerful nature with the precision and genius of human engineering. It is proof that a train journey can be a luxurious, relaxing, and deeply moving experience. It is 8 hours during which time slows down, and one of the most beautiful spectacles nature has to offer glides past the carriage windows. This is not just a ride from point A to B, it is the journey of a lifetime.